Well, I worked Saturday, absolutely shattered. My back was in half. I haven't done much brickwork for a while, not the amounts of that. And then I looked in the back of the van, and guess what was in the van? All this. It's great, but not on a Monday morning. Good morning. Look at me, looking all Christmassy. Andy's with us this morning. There he is. Say good morning, Andy.
Hi guys.
Well, look, here we are. It's funny, you know, on a regular basis, I talk about merchants and everywhere you go, negativity. Not just merchants, not all of them are negative. I shouldn't say that, like, but generally, as a consensus, you know, customer service is never good across places. And the environment we live in now, it's people are just, whatever reason, I think we need to bring back some old school attitude towards customer service. People are negative everywhere you go. People have everything these days, and there's an overriding feeling of negativity everywhere you go. Not with me, but the funny thing, I've just gone in there now and I was just bumped into somebody. I haven't seen him for years, and he is one of the most positive guys I ever met. And as a result of that, I feel blinking marvellous. I spend a lot of time in B&Q. Some of the viewers on here find it absolutely boring that I'm in B&Q, but I quite like it because it's open nice and early, well before the builders merchants, and we can get the things that we're looking at or looking for. Oh, let's have a look now. There's one, but not quite the one I'm looking for. Yeah, that is. That's like a hydraulic. Yeah, we got a couple of these in the van. We got some real good ones, but what we'll do, we'll get two of these. Not really straight. We'll get a couple of these and just. We've got them. There we are. There's the ones. That's what we're looking for. We've got a couple of these. Yeah, well, let's have a look at the name of them. They're called Premium Grout Float, Premium Latex Face, Laminated. There you are. Yeah, we'll get another one of those. And Andrew's got one of these for the wash boy. We've got a wash boy. Show the top of it, and we've got. I think what we'll do, and we'll get another one of those. You know, it's so important when you're doing these patios. You're going to make sure when you're pointing. We're going to be pointing a patio today with a porcelain grout, and I've used it once before, but they've improved on it, Andrew. They've improved on this grout. They used it on my place before, and we've got to make sure it's right. Well, I was looking for a measuring jug, because we got to measure this water off with this porcelain grout, and there we are. We got plenty there. What does it say?
Pardon? I am listening, John.
See, it's great.
These are good year defenders, these are.
This is the effects of me being.
Tom, see, you don't know what I put up with.
Well, we've arrived. It's that day of reckoning now, and I think we've got everything, haven't we, Andrew? Everything we need to grout this patio. We're going to use this new porcelain grout from Aspects. I've used it once on my place, and they fine-tuned it now, and I've been told it's better. So I hope so. The only consideration that we have to think about is the weather, and the weather. It just says it's going to be cloudy, and do we take a chance? It's not exactly freezing either today. The temperature is risen a little bit. It's not warm, but I can use it at these temperatures, which is not a problem. But I'm a bit worried whether it's gonna. I'm not going to say that. Well, I've just checked the weather, and it's just going to be overcast there, and apparently the sun's coming out. So we got to grate this patio. Well, here is the patio that we got to grout. We got all these sets along the outside, and just have a look at this now. There it is from that angle there. So it's been some time to get this job where it is, simply because of the weather. Well, here we are. This is the patio, and you can see there's just a little bit of water there through water tension holding just there, and we don't want too much water on it. All the joints are dry. It's so important that the joints are dry, because what you don't want to be using when we're using this grout is that you don't want it like going like custard, where it's you've got too much water in there, and it's just too runny. Well, this is what we're going to use. This is easy grout, high quality slurry grout for use on porcelain paving, and we've got this dark grey we're going to use. So bit of water on top of there, so we're going to have to get rid of that now. We've got 2 cuts up the far end that we have to do, 2 cuts, and we could do that now, but I think I'd rather leave that a little bit later. And there's just 1 main cut and 1 small cut, so we're going to do that later. I just want to get on with the grouting, so we've got time today to clean it up. Let's have a look at the tools we got. Well, here we go. We've got our drill. We haven't bought our cordless paddle mixer this morning. I've left that behind. We've got a little electric drill in there. We've got our mixer in here. There we go. We've got our old radio. But in the bucket here, there are. There's my knee pads. I've actually got my trainers on now because I don't want to be going over here with my boots. I'm going to be down on my knees for quite a while. And these are some of the old sort of latex trowels that we have. But we've bought some new ones this morning from B&Q. Going to see how they actually perform. And there's another one there. That's a different one. I've never seen that before, so we need to see. This is an opportunity now just to try it. So we've got 3 different trowels there, and then we've got a measuring jug here because it's so important that you do what it says on the can. And I've been told that for every bag you need 900 ml. That's how they've amended the mix now from when we did it at my house. And it was okay, it was good, but they've amended it. They say it's much better, so we're going to make sure that we actually get it right. And in here we've got the wash boy, and we've got a couple of other sponges, and we've actually bought some spare ones as well to make sure that we're clean all the time. So important that you keep it clean. You don't want to ruin this. So we are. Am I nervous? Well, not really. We'll see how it turns out. Well, there you are. This is the dark grey. There we are, dark grey easy grout. This is how it comes. These are the bags they come in, and I'm told that for each bag it's 900 ml. I'm going to check that before we start mixing. There we are. There you are. There. Always add powder to clean cold water using powered paddle. Mix to no more than 900 ml. No more than 900 ml. You can see it on there. No more than 900 ml. So we've got 1. There's 3 tubs, 3 bags in the tub. So, and we're going to use the tub for doing our mixing. So let's just get on with it. Well, there you are. It is on there. 900 ml of water. We're going to tip into our bucket now, and then we're going to add the powder. You've got to make sure that you do what it says on the can, as otherwise you won't have any recourse whatsoever. Well, there you are. Andrew's mixing nice and steady now, and that's what it's coming up like. That's the sort of consistency, so I think that's going to flow around. Just to let you know, I've actually got a 7mm joint. We've used a 7mm spacer on all this paving, and the reason for that, I just want the grout to get down. On my own house I used a 10mm and it just took some filling. But I think with a 7mm I think it's better. 5mm, I just always concerned about a 5mm joint, whether you can actually get the grout right down into the joint. I'd rather use a little bit more. You know, that's looking nice. Make sure we get all the powder off the sides, that's the thing as well. Well, here you are. Here's the grout. So we're going to get on with it. I mean, I want to do these videos. I want to show you what we're doing, and we just got to get on with it. It's as simple as that. Andy, you've got to fill the wash boy. We've got to get that ready. Well, there you are. It's all about transparency. I've mixed it up exactly what it says, and that's how it comes out. That's the texture. That's what I have to deal with. Could I have poured it in the joints? Not at that consistency. So I'm going to get on with this now very quickly. But it's so important that you've got to understand when we're doing these videos that for Andy as well, he likes to get on because social media just takes up so much time, and he's not really into his social media. It's not what he does. What are you doing? Social media. Oh, there we go. Well, there's the first part. Just got to take off as much as possible, and then we start using the wash boy and work in areas as you go. Well, if you look at that area, what we actually did there, we had it over everything. But what we've done now, I've just phoned up the technical department and aspects, and they've actually got, we've got it to consistency where we're actually pouring it down the joints, and it's a lot more easier. We're covering an area a lot more quicker. Well, there we go. It's been about an hour now, and we've got that one virtually done. And have we sort of like got to the idea of how we want it to be with mixture and what have you? Yeah, we have, definitely. And we're using the wash buoy now, and it's coming off quite easy. Andrew, on that part with the wash buoy where we started, it's coming off really good. So I think we're just going to have to go and touch it up. You know, yeah, it's new to us, and but it's working, and it is simple. It is simple.
Yes, the lovely guy who will be with you next week as well.
Oh, yes, we do.
Excellent. However, let's talk about you a bit more. You got 36 points.
The murder of a hotel maid, hunting a serial killer who was freed from prison.
Oh, we're done for the day. There's some bits and pieces in the garden, and we don't want to drag those over the top of the pavement. We just pointed, so just leave that now, and we'll be back down here on Thursday, and make sure everything's all nice and clean. That's when we can wash off the patio. We've gone over the wash buoy so many times, it's absolutely incredible, but it's looking good, looking smart, looking neat. Client likes it, so that's the main thing.